Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am back with a brand new video, and today we're going to be looking at some WCW Street Rods. This is a little different than what I'm used to posting, where I do a lot of action figure reviews, but today we're going to be looking at these street rods from the heyday of World Championship Wrestling. And of course, back in WCW's peak in 1998, 1999, and really you could say 96 through early 99, the company, they were everywhere. They were right there with then WWF, in terms of ratings, in terms of packing out arenas every night. And regardless of what people say about WCW, how they ended, I always think WCW, to me their legacy gets better and better, which every year that passes, the more that WWE goes seemingly insane on a weekly basis, the more WCW does not look so bad in hindsight. So, or in retrospect, I guess that may be the best way to put it. But again, I found these actually just about 2 years ago. I believe it was 2019, if I'm correct. I saw these at a local used bookstore that I go to, get a lot of my, wrestling figures, wrestling books and things from, and they were very cheap, and I was like, why not add them to the collection? And as we see, these are actually titled the WCW World Championship Wrestling Nitro Streetrods. And today we have four of the cars, each, of course, representing a different WCW star. So we have La Parka, the chairman of the WCW, as he was known as back in the late 90s. And very interesting choice, because La Parka, I guess if I was even back then in WCW, I would assume that it would be kind of interesting to have La Parka as a I would picture more so, I guess with the Mexican wrestler, more so Rey Mysterio, perhaps Ultimo Dragon, someone of that nature. Of course, certainly Eddie Guerrero, but perhaps Psychosis as well. He was, Juventud Guerrero, when I'm thinking back to some of the more well-known WCW cruiserweights. Max, well, of course, La Parka wasn't a cruiserweight, but Max Mexican wrestlers, luchadors. We have Larry Zabisco. We have Glacier, which was another interesting choice, being he wasn't a super huge star, but he did have one of the best entrances of all time. And then Dean Malenko. And as we can see, each car has a WCW pay-per-view logo in the upper right corner. So on the La Parka, we see Starcade, we see Sold Out on the Larry Zabisco, we see Glacier on Fall Brawl for Glacier, and World War III for Dean Malenko. And of course, these were signature WCW pay-per-views during that time period. And the thing I found interesting when looking at the back of these boxes is of course, we have a standard blurb: be part of the World Championship Wrestling's world of excitement and mayhem with these Nitro Street Rods. Feel the ground shake and the earth tremble as these individually designed hot rods tear up the asphalt. Each exciting hot rod has real rubber tires, an opening hood, and a custom crafted die-cut collector card, complete with information that their worst enemies would maim to get a hold of. Get a firm grip on these Nitro Street Rods and hold on for dear life. So of course, that's what I would expect to be on the back of these. But what I don't expect is Sting's face being, and he's on the back of all of these, as you can see. And I just thought that was really interesting, being that I could understand if it was a Sting hot rod, but being that these hot rods are of other wrestlers, I would have just assumed that that their face would have been on the back of it. So I just found that to be really humorous for some strange reason. It just made me chuckle. But just want to give you a closer look at these cars. So the La Parka one, as we can see. And matter of fact, we're gonna think we can get away with a little unboxing. So let's do one and see. I believe these should be pretty easy to open, I do believe. So yes, so we're gonna take out the La Parka so we can. Okay, that did not go well, but some piece came off. But in any case, so this is the La Parka. So this is of course what this is the die cut card of La Parka. We have the La Parka name, WCW logo. I like that, and then the card would go, and I may need to adjust this camera because I'm going a little lower. So yeah, let me adjust my phone, not too much. And I think I may have caused a little accident, but so yeah, that's how the car would go on the display. And I think this part, came over the hood, yeah, something like that, but I can easily put that back on. But you get the general idea. And being that my phone is a little unstable, we're not going to open the other ones. So, well, hold on. Actually, we're going to continue. Yeah, we're going to soldier forth because we are soldiers, and that's what we are going to do. So since those weren't pretty hard to open, we're going to open up a couple of the other ones. In fact, I think we can do all of them. So just to give you an idea of, I'm going to be a little more careful. So this is the Larry Zabisco. And I like this Larry. You like the car. You got Larry Zabisco's face on it. You have the WCW logos. Not sure how well this is showing up on camera. It's looking blurry on my end, but yeah. So at least you all will be able to at least get a unboxing for your troubles. And what they said on the back of this box. Yeah, this is what because actually the back of the card, this is the D Malenko. The back of the card has height, weight, hometown, Tampa, Florida, Texas, signature move, Texas Cloverleaf. And shout out to one of my best friends, Neek, if he's watching. He's a huge Dean Malenko fan. I always joke with him that Bret Hart was a better technician than Dean Malenko ever was, and that's always is a nice debate point for us. But definitely much respect to Dean Malenko, currently working as a producer in AEW. And last but not least, we have Glacier. Okay, so I am glad I opened these. So at least we got a pretty simple unboxing, and I like this Glacier car. This is pretty. I like just the the blue and gray, and pretty cool. And pretty good weight on these things. These are some pretty sturdy hot rods. And I've never been a car collector, Hot Wheels collector, toy car. I'm sure I collected some when I was a little kid, but once I, not that much growing up. In other words, if I had toy cars, probably they were because my parents got them for me. But outside that, I never can recall using my own money to get toy cars. So, but again, these are just pretty cool though, and only for a couple of bucks. These are some additions to my wrestling collection, and they definitely stand out. And of course, it's WCW. And one thing about WCW, and I guess you can really appreciate it now, is that their pay-per-views, back in, really for the entire 90s, and we're talking about, mid to late 90s, I always liked how they had those unique sets for, Halloween Havoc. Halloween Havoc, you had the pumpkin set on the set and the different kind of Halloween, the tombstone and spooky things. And then, for, Fall Brawl, you kind of had the military props and things around the stage, and just little things like that I appreciate so much more now, especially when you look at WWE pay-per-views, and each and every one of them, with the exception of WrestleMania, looks the exact same setup, Titantron stage setup, just everything is just so sterile and just so just corporate looking. And WWE, of course, back, years ago, not that long ago, at least about a decade ago, they used to put a lot more effort into the pay-per-views and their sets. So again, just a little thing that came back up to my memory, since these cars do feature the WCW pay-per-view, logos. So hope you enjoyed this video. Again, just a little something different from the norm, and I have some updates to share with you all. I'm going to be maybe not doing videos with the frequency that I have been doing them, which hasn't been extremely much, but it's been more than I have for the last several months. We are currently in the process of moving, so we've been doing a lot of packing, and a lot of my wrestling figures and things of that nature are going to be in storage for the next maybe couple of months, so I will not have access to them. So my goal is, before the end of this week, I'm trying to get as many videos out as possible, and it may just even be 2 or 3 more, but at least trying to leave you all with some content to keep you satisfied over the coming several weeks, or over the next couple of months. So again, hope you enjoyed this. If please comment, let me know what you think of these. Like the video, share it, subscribe, and just keep the conversation going. And I hope you all have a great rest of the day.